Hello everyone and welcome to QR Code Friday. This is a collab with the channel the CYPRUS, and we are showing two awesome codes. And I know you might be guessing what it could be, and it's not Lunar R3. When we find it, we're gonna obviously show it. It is actually a bay that I'm very fond of. It is, if we can scan it. Scan it. There you go. Regulus R3. And let's quickly show this off, you can see. So it's a little bit weird. The 5 is colored, but it shouldn't. I think it's just a glitch with the app, because I remember when I saw the bay, the 5 was not colored, so it's just a glitch. But the layer is transparent. So we all kind of just want to show that scan it, and you can pause the video obviously to scan it, or we'll just have the QR code pop up. So we're going to show this off, and so now we're on the main account. Just wanted to get it up and loading. So obviously we're going to go with a find a shelter Regulus. Wrong way I was going. Shelter, shelter, shelter. There you are, shelter. All right, you can see the avatar track. It looks so nice. So I figured, obviously, one, subscribe to CYPRUS for making all of this possible before we continue. He's awesome, he's amazing. Like, just give his channel some love. He does awesome content, a lot of good skits, and he really does help the community out with posting these QR codes and finding them. So, figured, like I was saying, we're going to just talk about some news, upcoming stuff for the channel. And, yeah, well, first about Cognite C3. So, first thing first, news-wise, one, stay updated in our community tab, because in our community tab, we make sure to post all news for upcoming videos, products, and all that stuff. Very interesting, too, because, there was a quad ring combat pack, and we got like pics for it, and it actually comes with like the alternate colored Cognite and the Regulus R3, and I believe in this battle, I believe the frames that you get is the yellow Glaive, like a dark blue cross, red vortex, and a sort of like grayish light blue meteor. I believe those are the frames that you get, and I think, what was it, Atomic's also there? I have to double check just to make sure, but yeah, I'm really excited just to get that, and I was kind of hoping they do something like the Apex pack sometime soon, and they're doing it. There's also other stuff like the small keychain, so you can check out our news video just showing the updated pictures. Other stuff is we did a modded Gladiator Satan S4, as like the whole modded name is. It's basically sort of like our version of what a Chosi Satan would be. We had like attached the poison wheel, and we made a hole in it, we put it on there, we gave it like the G4 loop, I'm pretty sure, and we made like the rollers have, what is it, washers on them? Basically just have like metal rollers, but they don't actually roll, just because of the mount that's on it. But that's really cool. We've been also doing, you know, a few Longinus-related battles, like we did one against the Big 5. And actually, very interesting, which was for this week in particular, we showed off the level chip, which we were confused with, because for the longest time, we were able to get it. I know probably there's some Japanese Baytuber that's done a video on it showcasing it, but it's more of just like English coverage, I would say. So, you know, from that coverage, and of course, like I even said from the WBO posts, as we were able to sort of like get an idea of what it was, which I did leave a pinned comment showing the post. It does, for some bays, it's an advantage, right? It gives the bay definite advantage. It does give the base balance. For some other ones, it doesn't really help. So it's sort of like, it's really cool, but I don't know if they're gonna release maybe specific molds for some bays, or if it's just gonna be tighter molds. Like a Rock-to-War level chip or something like that. Ragnarok level chip or something like that. Oh, also, I was wrong too, because I said, oh, I can't wait till they introduce this somehow in the anime. I think I meant for Aiga, I'm pretty sure. But the comments told me winning Valkyrie has the level chip. I'm like, no, it does? I looked in the anime, I'm like, oh yeah, it does. And when they battle, like, I was so surprised. Winning Valkyrie is a lot more balanced when it has it. And I really think it does change up the game quite a bit. For some bays, at least. Not every single bay, obviously. But you can check out the video of us covering it, you know, and properly, so I don't mess up any details. And of course, the WBO post, which I'll have to pin comment on. And other stuff, you know, we've been doing mostly animated-related battles, QR code stuff. You pretty much already know it. We also did the contest for a huge double-decker stadium, which ended, by the way. Oh, it's a draw. Didn't even notice. And what was it? I think it. What was the name that we went with? I'm pretty sure it was. You're gonna have to check the winners because I don't want to say the wrong nickname. But there's a lot of nicknames for them. I did like them. Some were a little bit of repeats from others, which I'm not too sure why, but interesting to say the least. So, more or less, if you're curious on the content that we do and what specifically, that's just to give you an idea. Something else, which I didn't mention before, but wasn't too sure. I'm probably going to do a video on this on the weekend, if not the week after. But basically, we wanted to do this sort of, I don't want to say live action or like IRL, because it kind of sounds weird, like. Sort of like this Beyblade series, and it has like special effects in the battles, and it's something cool. And I am learning a lot of methods of editing and effects to do for that specific series. And I might actually just do maybe like a, I don't know, what'd you call it? I guess a pilot episode. And just me testing it out, trying to see what I can actually do and how nice I can make it look. But I don't want to rush it. You know what I mean? Because I had this idea for the longest time. Like, I got the Volt costume. It's fun. I don't know if it's maybe going to be like some sort of like solo series at first, and then after we get Lamar to help us, because that was sort of like the plan. It mostly just depends, but I'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll just do like sort of like skits at first or something like that. Just something for fun, you know what I mean? We also are planning to do a lot of, I guess, I'm planning on trying to do sort of like skits per se, but still Beyblade. But I'm still trying to think of how I want to do it, and also maybe like special themed battles. It's just a lot to think of, and trying to plan out, because I actually want to make it good. Like, you know, you got the regular battles, you know, decent editing and stuff like that, and then after, I want to try to think of like other content that I could do, where it's sort of really good, just takes a little bit of time to produce, but I'm not gonna like try to overhype, like this is the best, this will be the greatest thing to come out of this Bay community. Like, no. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be very interesting whenever it comes out. It's like the 200K special, like I said. It's like it's different from the norm of what we usually see, which was a collab that we did with Cal's Kingdom, but I'm getting help with it to learn all the effects and everything. But that's more or less just a general idea of everything. I kind of like how, like, the Strike Genesis Valtrek, the chip, is still glitched. It's also funny, too, because I didn't pick it as, like, it goes with the theme. What we're also going to show now is another QR code, which is sort of like a nickname for it, which is basically just Toxic Regulus R3. So this is the Elemental Toxic Regulus R3. I like it. We already, oh, okay, well, there you go, avatar track. So we're gonna do a battle, and we're gonna get this ready. Exhibition battle, random opponent. So, Regulus R3 and Battle Tower. Yeah, the two bays are about to clash. Awesome. So, let's just see how well that we do. Let's see how well we do. So I'm more or less just thinking, like, you know, for most of the week I'll just be battles, and then after Fridays will be QR code, Sunday will be maybe some other QR code. That's more or less the plan. Fridays for sure is going to be QR codes and collabs with CYPRUS. Sunday, maybe if there's maybe if we just want to wait to see if we can find anything. There'll probably nothing for Sunday, and it'll just be like a regular battle. But we're still thinking it out because there's, I believe, one release for this month, which I'm pretty sure it's Archer Griff. I have to double check just to make sure. But it's gonna be a little bit like, for at least like Josie, a little bit scarce for like waiting for releases because it takes a bit. Because now it's just starting off, so they're gonna be setting up more and more bays, and eventually we're gonna see a lot more like frequent releases. Because we got like really good bays. We already have Winning Valkyrie, we already have Blade Longinus. I'm curious to see how the other bays, we hit right off the bat. How they actually perform and how strong they are. I'm also thinking that for our battles, like I said before with the underdog thing with the level chip, basically just if there's a bay that's really losing, we'll give it the level chip to give it an advantage. But I may be thinking of, I don't know, because I'm trying to think of something where it's like maybe we'll do a video where it's just regular, maybe a video where it's just level chip, but I think it'll just be like a video that's with and without the level chip. Just so it's all in one. Okay, so that's more or less just it. So you kind of get an idea of the content that's planned. There's still an announcement I'm still holding out on. But, expect maybe some previews to stuff, or maybe on the community tab. Stay posted on our community tab because that's where we post all of our news. To our channel, maybe debate general Beyblade news. I think mostly it's gonna be, at least for a bit, it's gonna be a lot of time for Hasbro to shine because we already know most of the releases that are coming out for Switch Strike and like regular products. So it'll be fun to cover Hasbro bays again. Just because it's been so long since we've covered an actual Hasbro bay. I think like the last one was what, Hi-Ris? I'm hoping we can find, I would say probably the Switch Strike above anything else, but of course the custom dual layers that they have. Like generally it's really good for Beyblade, just content-wise for what we'll see. So we've won it. It was a pretty fun match. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. We already did a few battles, Regulus, and after the Toxic version. We showed both QR codes in this video. So please, please, please check out the channel, the CYPRUS, for making all of this possible. Subscribe to his channel, because he is the one who makes this all possible. Give it some love, like all of his videos. If you're new here, subscribe to our channel. We have awesome big content here. Like, share, and as always, have an awesome burst-filled day.